Hello, Earthlandians, people of the heart. Welcome to the Advancement Center and welcome to the world of magic and miracles, a world that can't be measured in its expansiveness. Happy New Year, this second day of the new year of 2026. It already feels like 6 months have passed. As it's said, one day is like 1,000 years and 1,000 years like a day. And this certainly doesn't seem like day 2 of the new year. It's great to be here. And as always, an honor to speak to you. So I share these things that have come to me to share. Each one of us has been brought to the planet for a specific purpose that only they can achieve. After having agreed ourselves, we find ourselves having to navigate through the ebbs and flows, the highs and lows of the fulfillment of this purpose, a purpose that is multifaceted, multidimensional, never static, but always random and dynamic. We don't know in which direction or which places the fulfilling of this purpose will take us, as we can all look back at our life and see the unpredictable left turns, right turns, and U-turns that no one in their right mind would have scripted. So we carry on and allow the flow to take us to where we need to go, as it reveals more and more of who we are with every step we take. For me, as I've said many times before, the steps are not a walk, but a run, a pulling, a compelling, taking me further and further down the proverbial rabbit hole. But it doesn't feel like I'm going down the rabbit hole. It feels like the rabbit hole is coming to me. More like the gravity of a black hole, pulling me towards itself. Only it's my creator and the world of my creator that is doing the pulling. Never without my permission, never without my agreement, and never without my compliance. But it is simply my desire and what naturally, without explanation, burns from inside of me. I do my best to fit in here on this planet, even as I am being yanked somewhere else. I'm beginning to see the thread in the lineage of my origin. And yet here I am once again speaking to you, and it is an absolute honor. Your path may feel similar, and you may be feeling some of the same things that I am expressing, but they will never be exactly the same, because no two of us are exactly the same. So we just keep going, randomly delivering these moments, revealing simply because they're begging to be revealed, to be pushed out, and to be released. It is the night, my body's weak, I'm on the run, no time to sleep. I've got to ride, ride like the wind, to be me again. And I've got such a long way to go to make it to the place I was born to go. So I'll ride like the wind, ride like the wind. I was born the son of a loving man, Always watched this world, did not understand. Now I know I'm a part of a plan, gonna ride like the wind. And I've got such a long way to go to make it to the place I was born to go. So I'll ride like the wind. I'll ride like the wind. Gonna ride like the wind. Ba da 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 da. Ba da 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 da. Ba da 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 da. Ba da 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 bum bum da 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 bum 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 da 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 bum bum ba-dum 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 ba-dum. And we've got such a long way to go to make it to the place we were born to go. Just ride like the wind, ride like the wind. You gotta ride like the wind. I knew there was more to who we are. The light in you has come from so far. Wanna let you know so you can too ride like the wind. So we've got such a long way to go to make it to the place we were born to go. So we ride like the wind. We ride like the wind. So we ride like the wind. Just ride like the wind. This is called omnipresent, omniscient, and omnipotent. How would you describe the source of all creation, the one energy, the divine intelligence that is your creator? Would you say that he or she was everywhere, omnipresent, that he or she knows everything, omniscient, and that she or he was all powerful, omnipotent? Would you say that she or he was compassionate, full of empathy, understanding, and truly loved all beings and all life without conditions? And in his or her all knowingness, would you say that he or she knew everything about you? Your name, how many hairs were on your head, your every thought, and every breath you took, as well as the number of days you would be in this physical body, and every body and every incarnation you have ever had, here or anywhere. And with its all-powerful nature, she or he, or it, as it is neither male nor female, but both and all, would be able to change all things at all times based on its divine intelligence for the highest good of all life everywhere. If your answer to all these questions is yes, I know this, yes, I agree, and you are still with me this far, that's great. But now comes the hard part. How would you describe an aspect of that source, that one energy, that divine intelligence that resides in a physical world of matter, an aspect that must feel the limitations and constrictions of the physical laws of their physical world, and who must function within the limitations of a physical human body, a body that is susceptible to the laws of the physical world of matter? How would you describe this one who is a part of that one, who was created by that one, and who clearly could not exist if not for that one? How would you describe that relationship? Would you consider it like a mother and a daughter, a father and a son, a parent and a child, or simply a friend to a friend? Would you see the similarities between that one who is the creator of all things and this one who is their own creator in the physical world, which came from that one? Would you remember hearing these kind of statements from people in your human life as you grew up. I remember you when you were born. I know your father. He is brilliant, and you have so many of the same qualities as he does. I also know your mother, and she too is amazing, and you remind me so much of her. The way you walk and talk and love and laugh. Yet you have your father's smile and his mischievous nature. And can you now imagine those statements being said to you about your mother and father in heaven, the creator of all life? I know your mother and your father, and you are exactly the same as they are. Could you ever come to the place that you would know, let alone accept that you and this energy are one? And that this aspect of you in the physical world, although limited and just a small fragment of the magnitude of you that is one with that energy, is in fact that energy. For just having a spark of that energy, of that divine intelligence, that omnipresence, omniscience, and omnipotence makes you the same as that which you have been conditioned to worship. You are the same as that which you have held above you, for you are simply that in a human body, having been given a human name. So now the question is, can you live from this knowing? Can you accept that this knowing is true? I tell you that all power comes from knowing, and the power to change anything for the benefit of others through your knowing is supported by an army of angels, masters, your guides, your team, your family members that have passed over to the other side, and most assuredly, your creator, the source, the one energy, the divine intelligence that all creation has arisen from. That force sits alongside of you and behind you with great honor and respect for you. It does not give you everything you ask for. It only gives you what you already know. For only what you know is in alignment with your creator. For the creator of all knows that you know, and it is so. It speaks, and what it speaks exists, and its desire is for you to do the same. This limited aspect of that source, which is you operating in the physical world of matter, has had a very hard time accepting these words, not intellectually, but in how it lives its life. For here in this physical world, it feels as though we are so far away from that source, that one energy. And only in those quiet, still moments, like in nature or the simplicity of your own company, do we feel ourselves as that presence. But this is not true, for your creator says, you and I are always one, and you are always a carrier of that which I am. Can you feel as if you are everywhere, that you know all things and are all powerful? For in that moment, you jump across that great divide that says you are simply a human being with a spiritual awareness. For all of a sudden, you see and feel yourself as the source and as that one energy. For in that moment, you are united as one, not two, not separated, but one, coming from the same place, living in the same place, like mother and daughter, like father and son, like parent and child, like friend and friend. This is beginning to happen more and more for more and more people. No longer just understanding this intellectually, but feeling those traits of being everywhere, knowing everything, and being all powerful, triggering a remembrance of their union with that one energy, that source, that divine intelligence. So as we enter into the new year, the year of 2026, may we behave more and more like that one energy, like our mother and our father in heaven. May you have unlimited amounts of compassion, unlimited amounts of wisdom, understanding, and patience, like the one in the Bible named Job. And may you demonstrate a love without conditions that shocks the world, that acts like the biggest mirror that has ever been, a mirror reflecting an image of the one source, the one energy, the divine intelligence for all the world to see, allowing every person on the face of the earth to know that what they already know inside of them is true. For that spark of the Creator never decreases and never leaves. There's a feeling now, an awareness of the many aspects of my being. It was subtle at first, but now the aspects are becoming as clear as the sun climbing over the horizon at sunrise. There's a feeling that I will start to discover many of my past lives here on earth and elsewhere. A feeling that the information of my multidimensional existence is about to explode into my awareness within this physical reality. It is producing such a grand feeling of anticipation and excitement, for the revealing of more and more of who we are takes us closer and closer to the world of our Creator and the essence of our being before time itself. I feel as though there is great change coming for me in this new year. It could be that humanity is more ready to receive what I am delivering, causing an expansion in my transmissions. It could be that something or someone is arriving in my life to fulfill a destiny that has been foretold. Or it could be simply that everything that I am now doing is about to change, and change in a drastic way, not too dissimilar to the way that I was brought here to California. I'm sure you are feeling something similar, for I am only picking up these feelings from the field. But it will all become known and it will all become clear in this new year of 2026, the year of knowing yourself as your creator in the physical world. Numerologically, 2025 was a 9, which is completion, and 2026 is a 10, which reduces down to a 1, which is new beginnings. I feel that everyone is feeling this completing and new beginnings play out for them in this new year. It's as if the old is finished, giving you that feeling of, what am I still doing here? This part of the journey is complete. Time for something new. And each person is experiencing that or parts of that feeling in their own way, at their own level of awareness and awakeness. So as the song says, we've only just begun. And so it is. Love, magic, and laughter, but mostly laughter. Cheers to us all, to every one of you magnificently incomprehensible beings. There is only peace, patience, and compassion for you on this, your journey back to knowing who you are. Happy New Year, and thank you for listening. I leave you with a smile. I am David.